Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be taking my Generation 1 Rustler 4x4 VXL and I'm going to be swapping out the Gen 1 chassis for the Gen 2 chassis because I want to run a different size battery and I want to upgrade it. And I don't know when exactly they came out with the Generation 2 chassis. I think it's when they started coming out with like the purple bodies and the matte finish wheels. I think that was the Generation 2 Rustler 4x4 VXL, but they upgraded the battery tray and they didn't really tell anyone that I know of. I didn't know about it. I'm not sure how I figured it out, but someone said something about it one day and I'm like, you know what? I want to swap that chassis out. The main reason I'm upgrading the chassis is because I don't want to run these batteries in here. This is actually the battery for my Aton, my Traxxas Aton, and the Rustler and the Aton are the only ones I have that run that size battery. Instead, I want to run these batteries. You see it doesn't fit. This is the battery that I run in all my other Traxxas RCs that can hold a 3S battery. My Urivo, these are the batteries for my Urivo, my Fortec, my Haas, my TRX4, they all run this size battery and I want to keep things pretty standard if I can. Before we get started, I am following along with the Traxxas website. They show you how to do the upgrade, but I know a lot of people don't want to sit down and follow a website like this. They want to see it done, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a video of it. The parts you're going to need is the Generation 2 chassis. It is part number 6723R. Need a front bulkhead, and that's this part number right there, 7430R. And you need the battery hold downs for the batteries, and that is 6726X. All right, let's go ahead and take these wheels off. I don't think you have to, but it makes it easier to handle, so go ahead and do it. All right, we're going to remove those two screws and those two screws with our 2.5 millimeter. Just flip it over and dump those screws out. Disconnect the servo. So there we go. Turn it that way, makes it a little easier to get it access to it. To your 2 millimeter hex driver. And now this should come apart like that. There we go. The drive shaft slides off of that, and you go ahead and pull that drive shaft off because we're gonna have to. Now I used to have a different body mount on here, and there's a screw through there that, and it used to rub against the drive shaft. That's what that is. So yours shouldn't look like that. Now we're gonna undo these 5 screws, the 2.5 millimeter. Yes, all my screws go back exactly the hole they came out of. Now we're gonna use a 2 millimeter to take these 2 screws out. So we're gonna run right, there we go. All right. This piece should come right on out like that. There we go. Now remove this screw right here with the 2 millimeter. And pull this piece right here off. Keep in mind the flat side goes down. There's like a little bend to the top of it that goes up. Pull these 2 pins out. Now we're going to remove these 2 bell crank screws, the 2.5 millimeter. There's a washer right there, so don't forget the washer. Keep an eye on it. All right, lift this up. Go. Don't forget about the washer. This whole bottom piece should come off now. Let's see. There it is. Just lifts up. There we go. And these right here are bearings. You gotta pull these off. Gee whiz. Oh. You gotta be kidding me. These things are rough. That's funny. I can't get these. I can't get these off. So what I'm gonna do, so these ends right here are swollen because the screw that goes down there expands it. I'm just gonna snip it off. I'm never gonna use this bulkhead again, so there we go. See if we get this bearing off of there now. There it is. There we go, easy. All right, now just gonna put it back together the exact way we took it apart. Well, I mean, kind of, we're not gonna be snipping these things off. There we go. All right, and while we got this differential don't know if it needs lubing or not, but we're gonna put some lube in there. Get a little white lithium grease in there. There we go. All right, line those up with that. Go. Close it down like that. There we go. Push those down. There's bearings on top of these. They want to come up, so I'm not gonna let that happen. Don't forget your washers. And of course, hand tighten everything. Let's turn this over and put the pins back in. Line that up. There we go. Take this piece right here, put it back on there. Make sure flat side is down. There we go. Make sure you line everything up first. Put that screw back in. Can't get it in the screw. That was way too difficult. Piece back in like that. Of course, I always put my screws back in exactly the holes I came out of. There we go. The front is done. Now we're going to take the rear off. We're going to do those two screws and those two screws. All right, the back should just come right off like that. There we go. Here's the slipper clutch. Take it out. Now what we're going to do is undo all the electronics, undo all the screws for it. So we're going to start back here and take this out. All right, set those over here in the exact order and pattern they came out of. Oh, there's one more down here. I hope you can see it. There's one down the side there. So underneath this wire, there's a screw right there. Undo that. And right here between all these wires, there's a screw down inside there. Undo the receiver box. One more screw down there. Kind of hard to see. There you go, and that's it. Oh yeah, I forgot, when you take this cover off, I don't know why I missed this. There's another screw right inside of here. Now, there you go, it should all come out. I guess I can leave that screw in there for now. Let's undo the servo. Now we need to take the servo horn off. I'm lining it up like this. Now I'm just going to put it back on there exactly how it comes off, so that way we won't have to realign anything, hopefully. So screws out. Just line this up exactly perpendicular to the servo. There we go. Slide it right through. Like that. There we go. Oh, and we have a little wee screw in there for that antenna. We got to undo that screw. So 1.5 millimeter screw. Let's go ahead and undo that. There you go. And that will come loose. And now all the electronics are out. Is there anything else we need? All right, we got this one last piece to take off of the chassis. Now you don't need the piece, but you do need these two screws. So this is what we'll be using to attach the new battery clip holder, battery holder clip. I don't even know what the piece is called. You'll see. All right, those two screws are going to be used to put this battery clip right there on. So we can go ahead and put those screws in there. Now it's time to put all the electronics back in. I'm going to set most of that down. We're going to put the servo in first, and the motor part of it goes to the outside. So gonna bring the servo through. Careful not to pull on the wires. And remember, this goes to the outside, and we're gonna put this back on exactly how it came off. So it should go right back perfectly perpendicular. And the servo horn points up in relation to the chassis. There we go, and it's gonna lay over just a little bit, like that. So let's hook it back all together. All right, so when you're looking at the servo, the horn will be up like this, and that little piece bends down and goes across like that. Now put all the electronics back in. We'll start with the antenna. Goes inside the little tube like that. And we're gonna pull the screw out. This actually came with that little wee screw, so we're just gonna use it. Pull it out, and oh great, there it is. All right, so what we're gonna do is put the antenna in like that, and then the grub screw goes in afterwards. This grub screw actually screws into the antenna, like against the side of it, so I hope you guys can see that. Yeah, so this grub screw is gonna attach, hook into that. I'm gonna turn the tube around so it faces inward like that. There we go, now your antenna's secure. All right, now we just start putting everything back together. Get the right screws for everything. There's a clip back here for the little wire on the ESC. That's going to hold the wire secure so it's not flopping around. Line the holes up, and this uses 2 really long screws. Always get them started and then go into it. And this is, let's see, if this is difficult to get your hand down inside there, I use needle nose. You could put the screws into the ESC before you put it down there. That's always kind of difficult for me. All right. This little wire right here clips into that. Little clip on the side of the ESC. There we go. Secures that. Now it's not going to flop anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and put that little wire holder mount harness. I'm not sure what you would call it. I'm sure the comments are going to light up with what you call this thing. The proper name of it. So now the harness, the battery clip, this thing right here comes with these 2 screws. This one goes in the bottom underneath there. There we go. And this screws on like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the battery in so we can see which of these we're going to use. I believe this is the one we're going to use, the lowest one. So, yep, see, it's going to clip on in. And this long silver screw, there we go, goes right in there. There we go. Now it will hold those batteries. Let's put this piece back on. We're going to put it on. There we go. This piece here has got the go up underneath. There's a little tab right there. A tab goes underneath and then it rocks in like that. So there we go. Those go. There's like 2 little holes right there for ball cranks to go inside. There you go. That's all right. That's together. Now we gotta put this right here back together, right there. Put this screw in like that. Gonna steer it into. There we go. All right. Awesome. The front's together. Now let's put the drive shaft in. Put it through the hole down there. Front. And you'll twist it and you'll see that it will move the drive shaft. You know it's in. Now we take the slipper clutch and make sure all the bearings and everything are on there. So let's put it in, line everything up, turn it slowly and it'll line itself. There we go. It's nice and seated in there. Your mesh should still be good, which it is on mine, so that's good to know. And let's put this piece back on, and this is actually, there's like a, it's like slotted, I guess. You can see the end of the shaft is it's got like a, I forget what you call it. The word escapes me right this moment. So you can line this up, turn it so it lines up, and make it easier to put it back together. So there we go. All right, let's just put the screws back where they go. You can tell the screws go on bottom because they are dirty. And the very last one. You know, this is always tricky for me to put back on. Let's see. This is not as hard as I'm making it look. Okay, maybe it is. I hope it is for you guys too. There you go. All right, finally, man. All right, there it is. New battery in it and everything. Haha. Let's go give it a test run. There we go. Turn TSM down, see check the servo, make sure it's lined up right, and yeah. Good to go. Let's take it to the backyard real quick. It took me way longer to change that chassis out than I thought it was going to. Like it took me about 3.5 hours because I got a camera. I mean, anytime you got a camera involved, it really increases how long it takes to do anything. So I don't know how dark it is. This is gonna be a good test to see how dark it is back here after the sun goes down. Right now it's just about 8 o'clock, so Alright guys, that's how you swap out the chassis on the Generation 1 Rustler 4x4 VXL to the Generation 2 chassis. Let me know, are you guys upgrading your Rustlers like that? Did you guys swap out your Generation 1 chassis? I'd like to know. Leave a comment down in the comment section. But yeah, that's all I got for you today, guys. I've been trying to film this outro and I've been talking too much. I just want to get it done. So it's like 8 o'clock. I gotta go to work. So anyways, I hope this video has helped you guys out. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. And I always feel like I got more to say, but I don't have anything else to say, so I will see you guys later.